And welcome to this playoff edition of the Coach Derwin Wright Sports Show. First of all, Coach, you wrapped up your regular season, manhandled Cannon County pretty good.
Yeah, we came out and got off to a little bit of a slow start, but you know, coming off the big win at Livingston, and you know, y'all know it. The next game's kind of one of those that you got to be careful about, and took us a little while to get rolling, but once the guys got going, we took care of business.
We'll take a look at that game, plus we'll look ahead to the first round of the playoffs, and we'll take a look at the region standings after last week. All that's coming up right here after this word from the Union Bank.
For more than a century, Union Bank has been serving the people of Fentress County. Now, as we begin a new chapter in our history of service, we want to take this opportunity to reassure you that while our building may be new, we're still the same friendly people you have known for years. Union Bank, the same people, the same goals, and the same commitment to you. Union Bank, your locally owned hometown bank for more than a century, growing to meet your needs. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
And, Coach, you got off against Cannon County. You mentioned you got off a little bit slow, but your offense got to clicking, and especially that second half.
Yeah, we did. We got off slow, and then Landrick taking on a blocker and jammed his left thumb, of course, being left-handed, and played with a lot of pain, but toughed it out for us. And once we got going a little bit and made some plays on defense, and you know, we made more mistakes on defense than we had, but I think we were just trying to be over aggressive. And but I'm proud of what this team's done. You know, you were sitting there playoff edition, and you know, I was thinking in my mind, if it wasn't a playoff edition, it'd be the wrap-up show, and I'm so glad that it's a playoff edition. And I think these guys have earned this, and you know, they've got to work hard this week and get ready for a single mountain team.
Coach, you gave up a couple of touchdowns on a couple of pass plays, and that really was a lone spot your defense maybe struggled a bit in.
Right. Well, one of them was, you know, it'd be an ESPN highlight catch. The kid caught the ball on our defensive back's back, and somehow, I've watched it in slow motion a couple times, somehow slid around him, and our guy didn't even know the ball was on his back, and ended up, you know, coming away with the ball. And I said, well, you know, sometimes you get the perfect pass and perfect catch, and that's one that you'll see completed about 1 out of 10,000. But you know, got that one, and then the next one was a back shoulder throw, which you don't see much in high school, whether it was intentional or accidental. And you know, Heath Rexroad's in great coverage, and you know, just another good throw and catch. And you know, when you're playing man to man, especially press man, sometimes that's going to happen to you.
Coach, your special team started the game with a big kickoff return, but you know, they didn't score on that one. But they had a good game. The special teams really played well.
Well, they did, and the first punt they punted, Heath Rexroad brought it. He there's no doubt in my mind he scored on that, but they spotted it about the 1 yard line, and we managed to turn the ball over. And that's just things that, you know, you can't do. And we've stressed it, and we've had, you know, 2 big games where we didn't make mistakes like that. And you know, if we were going to have a game where we were going to make mistakes, I'm glad it was last week, and hopefully that don't carry into this week.
Coach, there's no saying about playing up to your competition, and sometimes you guys started out a little slow, maybe playing up to their level.
Well, we did. We came out, and I told our kids all along, when you look at them on film, they got some good-looking kids, and size on the line, speed in the backfield, and you know, I said, hey, they're capable of making plays. They just hadn't put it together, and they saw that after the game. You know, they said, and our kids realized it, and this lets you know when the leadership's starting to step up. Said, you know, we won the game, but we didn't feel good about how we played, guys, and we've got to do better than that. And that's the kids talking. So that to me was a big positive.
Coach, this game, you come out of it pretty well unscathed, but you still got some injuries, right?
We do. You know, we've got Cole Cooper's got a sore knee, and Dawson Threet's had a big toe problem, and we should have him back this week. And Landrick's just a tough kid. If Landrick can play, he's going to play, and I think he's going to be fine. He's got some good grip strength in his left hand, and you know, he's a left-hander and left-handed, and you know, that's the worst hand with him. But to be hurt being quarterback, and that's his throwing hand. But he's a tough kid, and if anybody can step up and play with it, he can.
Coach, the district, you had a shot at being the winner of the district, but Sequatchie can't kind of let you down. But that just goes to show how well Upperman's playing at the end, and this region's going to be tough going into the playoffs.
Well, we had a region meeting today, and Sequatchie's #1 running back, you'll remember him, 45, big pounding fullback, he breaks his wrist in that game. And yet Sequatchie's still driving, and I was talking to Coach Herron, Ben Herron at Upperman, and he said, Coach, they still would have beat us and got down there close and snapped one over the quarterback's head and lost 15 yards on that. And he said, you know, we moved the ball well and had a good game plan, but said we wasn't stopping them too well either. But it is what it is. You know, we had the chance at Smith County to when we played them here to won that ball game, but yet we learned a lot from that ball game. It helped us down the road. So you know, we were hoping that we would be in the three-way tie, and with the overall record 8-2, we would have won. We would have won the region, but we knew if it came down to a two-way tie with us at Smith County, what they look at is they look at the head-to-head. So if all three of us would have tied, we all three had beat each other. So then the next tiebreaker is overall record, and we had that. But it didn't end up that way, and you know, Smith County won the region. We come in second, and Upperman third, and Sequatchie dropped down to fourth.
Well, it was a tough region. It was a tough regular season, but now it's playoff time, and the Dragons get the resurgent Signal Mountain Eagles. We'll take a look at them right after this.
For more than a century, Union Bank has been serving the people of Fentress County. Now, as we begin a new chapter in our history of service, we want to take this opportunity to reassure you that while our building may be new, we're still the same friendly people you have known for years. Union Bank, the same people, the same goals, and the same commitment to you. Union Bank, your locally owned hometown bank for more than a century, growing to meet your needs. Equal Housing Lender Member FDIC.
Back here with Coach Derwin Ryan. Coach, we talked about the resurgent Eagles. They're 4-6 on the season, but that's a little bit deceiving.
Well, they've won 3 out of the last 4, I believe is exactly. Well, I know they won the last 2. I think 3 out of the last 4. They had their starting quarterback out for a while, and he's back. They're playing a little better with him, and not a bad football team. Got some height at receiver and speed. Number 3 and number 5 are their outside receivers, and they're going to take shots down the field. Very good passing game. Number 7, their tailback. He's just a smart runner. Don't run the ball a whole lot. Run the power, run the counter, run the trap out of a spread offense, and you know, the quarterback. He's a pretty decent football player.
Coach, what do you got to do to move it against them?
Well, we've got a number 1 is just our offensive line's got to continue doing what they're doing. We made some blocking mistakes against Cannon that we've got to fix, and things that we shouldn't be doing at this point. But you know, overall, we've just got to execute our offense and take care of the football and put some drives together, and you know, just the execution.
You mentioned taking care of the football. Can't have those fumbles like we did against Cannon.
No, you can't. You can't play any team at any level that's competitive and turn the ball over and give them extra shots and extra opportunities. You know, we were talking about the region. The region was decided by 1 point in a 40-41 game up here in reality. And in that game, we put the ball on the turf twice, both of them driving and inside the red zone, and turned it over. And you know, take just one of those away, and you know, I think that game has a different outcome. But you know, it is what it is, and we've got to go into this one learning those lessons and go into this one executing and taking care of the football, and you know, take care of what we can take care of, and let the rest fall where it falls.
This week, we've mentioned special teams on pretty much every show, but this week they got to have a big game as always.
Yes, as always, and you know, it's windy today. It's going to be windy Friday night up here on the mountain, and they do have an excellent kicker. He kicks off most of the time. He puts it in the end zone or in the back of the end zone, and you know, inside the 30 in, they're going to line up to kick a field goal, and I've seen him hit a little over a 40-yarder. So they've got a weapon in that. So we've got to understand that, and ball possession and field position will be huge Friday night.
Coach, look at both sides of the ball for the Eagles and tell us what numbers to watch for.
Well, again, 3, 5, 7 offensively, 10's their quarterback. Defensively, they're not big up front, but they're quick, they're athletic. They those guys also play on the defensive side of the ball, so they're a lot like us. A lot of guys playing both ways. 32 is a middle linebacker. He wears one of those concussion type things on his helmet. He's athletic, doesn't look to be more than 100, 160, 165 pounds, but pretty good nose for the football.
Coach, you got some special events going to come up before the game. Tell us about that.
We do. Some of the parents and quarterback club is going to do a dragon walk at 4:30. We usually home games we'll eat pizza and watch film in the library till 4:30 and then walk over as a team. So they wanted to do something special with the playoff game, and then they're going to do some tailgating starting at 5 o'clock as well.
Coach, it's the first round of the playoffs. It's a win to stay in, so it's either you got to win or you're done, and we want a huge crowd because we need a big 12th man this way.
Well, I always tell my teams that when we get to this point, you begin a new season, and that season is 4 days of preparation in a game. You win, you move on. You lose, you go home. You know, and for the seniors, you got 4 days of preparation to get ready and focused, and if you don't focus – and you lose a game and you turning your stuff in on the next Monday. So just important to come out, not being and that's not to pressure, just saying, you got to come out, you got to stay focused this week, and you got to come out ready to play. And I know our kids will. They've every time they've been challenged this year, they've stepped up to it. I don't think these guys have gotten the respect that they should have gotten with the APA polls. We've not been in it. We go down to Livingston, who at the time was 7-1, and we beat them at home. They was ranked like 6th in 4A football in the top 10. They were ranked 6th. They dropped down to number 7. York Institute doesn't show up in 3A. So, I think that if the guys look at it the way they should, they've got some things still yet left to prove.
And Coach, we want that 12th man. We mentioned it. We want everybody out here. We want if Signal Mountain comes, they may have to sit outside and watch from outside.
Well, I've talked to these boys about what a playoffs game's like, here, and I said people are literally hanging off the lights. You're 3 and 4 deep at the fence, and we need that crowd out Friday night, and we need the 12th man, and come out, and we're going to get after it, and you'll see a hard-hitting football game.
Well, now, wait a minute, Coach. I'm going to take Coach's hat off, take a good look at him, folks, because in just a few minutes, he's not going to look like this anymore. Get a good shot of his hair, Kevin, because he made a bet, and, Coach, it's time to pay that bet.
I made a bet with our seniors. I told them right before homecoming game, we were 2-2. I said, if you guys win your region games, win out the region games, I'll let you shave my head. And so I'm going to be a man of my word and let them shave my head. So Gary and I was going to look a lot alike here in a little while. So I did bring my toboggan for practice today, though.
You may need it. Coach, appreciate you joining us, and best luck Friday night.
Thank you.
Well, the York Dragons open up state football playoffs Friday night. They're going to host Signal Mountain at 7 o'clock. You got to be here. You got to be that 12th man. Until then, for 15104 Sports, I'm Greg Clark. See you at the game.